Fifth grade lesson 17.4, part 2. Estimate the quotient, then find the actual quotient. So 47 and 4300 divided by 51. So if you guys would need extra paper for these, you guys can have extra paper, okay? So you have plenty of room to work. Otherwise, you need to make sure that you kind of show your work and keep it in one spot so I know what goes with what. So you might want to draw like a line there to say that this goes with this problem. Okay, so what would we estimate the 51 to? 250. Okay. What is the multiple of 5 that gets me close to 47 that's a little under? 45. So you could use 45. Or what's a little bit higher? 50. So what one would probably work best here? Well, the 45 is a little closer, but could you just do 50 in this case? Yeah. So 1, right? So this is our estimate. So it's just usually a horizontal workout, okay? You don't have to work it out vertically and show steps usually, okay? So we're going to want something that's close to 1. So I have 47 and 5300 in my house, and it's my dividend divided by 51. So am I dividing by a whole number? Yes. So my decimal just goes straight up, right? Okay, so we just bring our decimal straight up. So 51, does it go into 47? No. Does it go into, sorry, 51, does it go into 4? No. Does it go into 47? No. So we put a 0. How many times does it go into 475? 9 times, right? So 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. I'm going to subtract them. This becomes 15. This becomes a 6. 15 minus 9 is what? 6. And then 6 minus 5 is 1. We bring down the 3. How many times does 51 go into 163? 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because guys on these, they're not gonna make you guys add the zeros and bring them down. Okay, so you should always get it to where you don't have to add a 0 and bring it down. I know you guys know how to do that, but they're not gonna ask you to do that yet. So this should have become 14, right, guys? And then this should have been a 5. Okay, so I just wrote down the problem wrong. Okay, and then nothing left over. So is 93 hundredths close to that 1? Yes. All right, so number 3, let's go ahead and work it. So our estimate, what are we going to estimate 92 or 87 to? 90, okay. So divided by 90, okay. What is the multiple of 9 that gets us close to 20? You have 8. So 2 is the factor, right, guys? So I want a multiple. So 18 and 27. Which one would be closer? The 18. Okay. So I'm going to have 18 here. But now, does 90 go into 18 evenly? No. Okay. How many times does 9 go into 18? 2 times, but I have that 0, so it's actually going to be what? Well, no. 0.2, 2/10, right? Okay, so there's our estimate. So we want something close to 2/10. Okay, so then I'm going to put 20 and 100 in the house as our dividend. And then what's our divisor? 87. Okay, what do I need to do first? I'm dividing by a whole number, so the decimal goes straight up. Okay, 87 into 2? No. 87 into 20? No. So 0. 87 into 200 2 times. So 2 times 7 is 14. Put the 4, mentally carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. This becomes a 10. This becomes a 9. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. And this should have become a 1, right, guys? Okay. So I bring down my 1. How many times does 87 go into 261? 3 times. Okay. Because like I said, you're not going to have to bring down zeros in this case. So you should just get where you have no remainder. Okay. So 3 times 7 is 21. Put the 1, mentally carry the 2. 3 times 8 is, plus 2 is, and then nothing left over. So is my 2300s close to 210? Yes. Okay. On your own, number 4, attend to precision. For a charity drive, 12 students collect aluminum cans to sell to a recycler. They agree to share the money equally. How much money does each student get to donate to their charity? Okay, so estimate the quotient, show your work. So what would we estimate? Could we keep the 12? Yes. Okay, because that's not too high a number. We know our multiples of 12, right? Okay, so what is a multiple of 12 that gets us close to 82? What's a low one? 72. Okay, what's a little bit high one? 84. So which one's closer to 84 or the 72? 84. The 84. So $84 divided by 12 gets us 7. So roughly each kid would get around $7, right? Okay. So to find the actual quotient, divide the numbers as you would in no decimal point, then place the decimal point in the quotient. And I always teach you guys to put it straight up first, right? Okay. So how much money will each student get? So what goes in our house? What's our dividend? $82.44. And once again, you guys could do your flats and your your place value cubes, but okay, divided by what's our divisor? 12. Okay, I'm dividing by a whole number, so I go straight up with my decimal. I don't need to move it or anything. So 12 into 8? No. 12 into 82? 6 times. Okay. 72. 0. Bring down my, 10, right? Bring down my 4. How many times does 12 go into 104? 8 times. What is that? 96 with what? 8 left over? Bring down the 4. How many times does that go in there? 7 times. Minus 84. Nothing left over. So each kid will get $6.87. So is that close to our estimate of $7? Yes. Okay, let's look at these next ones. Now, they just say divide, so do you have to have an estimate? No. Okay, now you need to make sure you pay attention to the directions, because if they do want an estimate, you need to do like we just did on the other page, okay? If they don't ask for that, then you don't have to do that, okay? But when they do ask for both, those problems are worth 4 points. 1 for showing your work for the estimate and getting your answer, or 2 points for that, and then another 2 points for showing your work and getting the actual answer. Okay, so number 5, I'm going to bring my decimal straight up. Now, what I would like you guys to do is leave a little bit of space here and draw a line over, and then I would like you to put your space there like that, so that we keep everything together and it doesn't all run together. Okay, how many times is 6 going to 2? 0. 6 into 27? 4 times. 4 times 6 is 3 left over. Bring down my 6. 6 into 36? 6 times minus 36. Anything left over? Nope. So my answer is 4 and 6/10. Okay. And remember, once you do the decimal up, we just work around it and do it like you normally would, right? Okay. Next one. Am I dividing by a whole number?
Yes.
Yes. So bring my decimal straight up. 3 into 7. 2 times. This time we have more than just 1 in front, right? So minus 6 is what? 1. Bring down my 12. 3 into 12. 4 times. Minus 12. Nothing left over. Bring down my 9. 3 into 9. 3 times. Minus 9. Anything left over? Nope. So my answer is 24 and 3/10. Okay, next one. Am I dividing by a whole number? Yes, so my decimal can go straight up. Right, 8 goes into 1, how many times? 0 times. It is 17. 2 times. 2 times 8 is 17 minus 16 is, bring down the 2. 8 into 12. Once minus 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. Bring down the 8. 8 into 48. 6 times. 6 times 8 is, and nothing left over, right? So our answer is 2 and 16/10. Oh yeah, hundreds. 2 and 16 hundredths. All right, next one. We're dividing by a whole number. What do I need to do? Bring the decimal straight up. Oops. Okay. 42, does it go into 3? 33? 42 into 3, 31. 7 times. 7 times 2 is?
14.
Put the 4, carry the 1. 7 times, 7 times 4 is plus the 1, right? Okay. Now also, guys, if I was struggling on deciding how many times 42 can go into that 331, I could round this 42 to about what? 40. And then we know 4 goes into 33 7 times to get 32. But if we would actually plug that through since we went a little lower, would it be too high? Yes. So then we would know we would need to use the 7, right? Okay. All right. So this becomes an 11, this becomes a 12, and this becomes a 2. So 11 minus 4 is 7. 13 minus 4 is? Oh, 13. Yeah, sorry. No, 12. Okay, so 3, and bring down the 8. So how many times does 4 go into 3? 78. 42 into 3, 78. 9. Okay, let's try 9 and see. If it doesn't work, then we can always go back to the 8, right? Okay, 9 times 2 is 18. Mentally carry the 1. 9 times 4 is, plus 1 is, okay, nothing left over. So our answer is 7 and 9 10. Next one, are we dividing by a whole number? Yep, so we bring our decimal straight up. 23 into 23 is how many times? 1 time, minus 23. 0, bring down the 9. How many times does 23 go into 9? It doesn't, so a 0 minus 0. 9, bring down the 2. How many times does 23 go into 92? 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. Mentally carry the 1. 4 times 2 is, plus 1 is, so nothing left over. So our answer is 10 and 4 10. Okay, next one. Am I dividing by a whole number? Yes, so bring my decimal straight up. 34 into 2. Nope. 34 into 20. Nope. 34 into 208.